Greetings, everybody. Welcome to our end of month book club meeting for January 2025. Welcome to Emerald Book Club. We are a group of people, community who are enthusiastic about reading and inspiring and developing readers, writers, and authors. Welcome to our book club meeting. We hold our end of month book club meetings every last Wednesday of the month. And today is January 29th. So it's Wednesday, January 29th. This is just about 8:15. I'm talking about our end of month book club meeting. So thanks for joining. Those are watching later, thanks for watching the video and thanks for tuning in. It's good to see you guys and I hope you're okay. I hope you're fine. So today's agenda, I'll talk about the speaker, his book club, how we choose the books, featured book or discussion guidelines, upcoming events, any questions, thanks and gratitude, and talk about how you can contact us. So before I go on, my name is Joshua, and I'll be your host for the length of the meeting. I am the founder of the Emerald Book Club. I'm a writer, blogger, also I like to read as well. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you appreciate or you enjoy our representation, and I hope you come again next time. So check us out. We are on social medias. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok. We are on LinkedIn company as well, and we are X as well, and Pinterest too. So definitely follow us on Instagram as well. Follow us as Emerald Book Club. Same name, same logo. So hope you're okay, and I hope you're fine. So allow me to be the host for the length of this meeting. So welcome to Emerald Book Club. We are a group who's on a mission to inspire readers, writers, and authors. So the more we encourage people to read, to write, and to publish or to write stories. People ask why. Well, reading is important to understand the message. It's important to know what is being conveyed, the symbols that you use, what they mean, what the character you're reading, and what is trying to tell you, what is the meaning of the word. So it's for great communication. Yeah, it's about reading. Writing is about putting what you know from your mind into paper, what you know, putting it down. For those who read, all the symbols had to be written down. So there's nothing to write, nothing to read. If nobody wrote something, then what would we read? For example, in this age where we have a lot of information, it's good to write down the points, the knowledge, so people can read, it can be stored. So I encourage you to write so we can have a record of anything. It could be events, it could be news, it could be your messages on WhatsApp or text. You can use audio, you can use video, but sometimes you need to see. As some say, they want to see to believe, but also see, so you can use your visual senses as well. And authors, we encourage people to write their story, publish a book. Why? It gives you a sense of, sense of pride too. You're recording your knowledge and you are sending it to the world so people can read. You're making a record. People can read it. People who need your story, your experience, can get it through a book. It's like selling a university course or teaching a class, but this is putting in a book so people can read the book and can take it with them. You're packaging your experience or your story in a book so people can take it with them. And if you've gone or you've passed and you've passed on, people can still read your work or your experience or what your story was talking about. So reading, writing, and authors encourage us so that the world can move on, can carry on with literature, with writing, and people can have knowledge at their fingertips. So that is us in a nutshell, the bookshelf, in a nutshell, right? So that's what book club. How we choose books. So our book choices are curated based on member suggestions and votes. So we allow everyone to have a say in what the club reads. But we have a dynamic and engaging reading list. To those who participate in asking or choosing, when you vote and say which book you want to read next month, or we pick someone who can have a poll, and then we can have different kinds of books to read and to write. So today's book was entitled How to Win Friends and Influence People. So this is a book by Dale Carnegie. He died in 1955. He's Scottish American, or Scottish, one of the two. But yeah, he wrote a book about personal development. He had 11 books. And yeah, unfortunately, he died in 1955. He passed away. But he was all about helping people to improve themselves. So how to win friends and influence people teaches the fundamentals of becoming interested in other people and becoming a good listener. It's about becoming a good listener. Or the guidance is, if you want to chat, please chat in the box or raise your hand if you want to speak. Don't encourage arguing. This is a learning session and about fun. It's not about who knows better or who read the whole book. We want to see what you know and how it can benefit all of us. It's not about I'm better than you, I'm less than you. We don't want you to be better or lesser. We want you to be active. We want you to participate, engage. If you become better because of your participation, that's good. But we encourage you guys to talk, to learn, to share knowledge, and to share experience as well. Those are our book discussion guidelines. If you read the book, fine. If you read the book, that's fine. You learn from the book. You're free to join us. Also use the chat. If you have any questions, raise your hand and then you can talk and chat. So how to win friends and influence people. So it teaches the fundamentals of becoming a good listener. So this book was published in 1936 as a self-help book written by Dale Carnegie. So over 30 million copies have been sold worldwide, making it one of the best-selling books of all time. So Carnegie had been conducting business education courses in New York since 1912. You can see in the picture there the fundamentals that you can learn from the book, but he was conducting business. If you Google him, you can see who he is and what he does. So the book has 3 parts. Much here, you can hear me turning the pages, but I've tried to summarize some of the parts as part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. So part 1 is about fundamental techniques in handling people. So number 1, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Criticism makes people defensive. Instead, understand and encourage improvement. Number 2 is to give honest and sincere appreciation. People crave recognition. Acknowledge their efforts genuinely. And number 3 is arouse in the other person an eager want. Appeal to their interests, not just your own. Show how your ideas benefit them. So that is the summary of part 1. So it gives stories over here. It says, if you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. The big secret of dealing with people. He who can do this has the whole world of him. He who cannot walks on the way. So the book is in 1912, so it has different characters, different times. So yes, if it was alive, they said he would have updated the book because now some of his concepts for the people are not relate to them because they were of 1912 before on World War I. So yes, it'd be good to have an update, but he passed away. But so he uses the old characters who were not no longer available or alive, and people would not relate to them. So it'd be good to have a book which is read again, but of course it should be it's in the public domain, so definitely I don't know if someone can think of that. Hint. So that was the first part. So this book was first published in 1937 in an edition of only 5,000 copies. The neighbor Dale Carnegie, apparently not the publisher, Simon Schuster, anticipated more than this modest sale. To their amazement, the book became an overnight sensation, and edition after edition rolled off the presses to keep up with the increasing public demand. Imagine that. So How to Win Friends and Influence People took its place in publishing history as one of the all-time international bestsellers. It touched a nerve and filled a human need that was more than a faddish phenomenon of post-Depression days, as evidenced by its continued and uninterrupted sales into the 80s, almost half a century later. So this is a good book for you. It's an interesting one because it tells you how it was written. If you can read the book, you have to buy the book and read it. Okay? But if you understand the part 1, it gives stories of how to win friends. So how to handle people, the fundamental techniques of handling people. Okay. It says, if you wish to get the most out of this book, yes, read a chapter rapidly at first to get a bird's eye view of it. So read through rapidly to get a view. Is that okay? And then come back and read slowly. So read through to get a bird's eye view of the book. If you have a pen, pencil, and a line, highlight what you want to do, what you want to come back to. Use a bookmark as well, but read through and then come back again, read it again after a while. It does help. Same to me. I first read the book, I think 10 years ago, 11 years ago, and after reading it again. So it's good to come back sometimes and repeat. Sometimes lessons change, but sometimes the principle is the same. Sometimes we forget, and then we end up making mistakes, but once you read again, say, oh yeah, that is true. So it's good to read the principles. So this is part 1 of the book. You have to buy the book to read the whole book, but this is the summary of part 1, fundamental techniques in handling people. So the story is here from 1931. So if you haven't read the book before, you have to read stories from a long time ago. Like Al Capone, Tugan Crowley, Dutch Shoes, Crow, and all this. These are the mafia or the criminals of 1930s. Those who don't know, maybe you can Google them or you can find out. So the character is called by this kid. So part 2 talks about ways to make people like you. So number 1, how to handle people. 2, how to make people like you. So there are a couple of stories in there that he mentions. There are 6 chapters in part 2. Then he says, so what you should do is, number 1, become genuinely interested in other people. Show curiosity and engage with their passions. Smile. Simple smile makes you more approachable and likable. Remember and use people's names. Be a good listener. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. Make the other person feel important. But the thing is, these things are good. They work in terms of business. There are times when they can backfire. I've experience, like sometimes people, smart people, sometimes they get angry because you're happy or because they want you to see you dead or they want you to see you suffering, you know. And times when it backfires because somebody wants the worst for you. And those who want to be a listener, but listen, they don't want to talk. They get angry for listening. I used them a few times, but sometimes they got a different effect. When they smiled at somebody and the person was mad because I was smiling, like, I'm just being friendly. I said, why? He said, oh, sometimes it doesn't work on everybody, but it works in the majority of the cases. Especially if you're doing a business, someone wants a service from you or needs your help sometimes. That's when the most works. But talk in terms of people's interest. Find common ground with people. And make others feel important and do it sincerely. Acknowledge their value without flattery. The saying is no flatting at all. So these are some of the tactics you can employ in your relationship, in your business, in your family. The other side, you have to be careful of those who don't like you see you doing well. And those who are, let's say, narcissists or psychopaths, or those who don't want you to know that you're doing better than them. And those people like that. So sometimes when you put this in prison to work, some people get angry. Therefore, you make some enemies, which is normal, which is okay, but you might lose some friends, which is fine. But sometimes you win by losing. Sometimes it's good to do it so you can know who's on your side. So, but I encourage you to learn these principles, learn them. And whoever doesn't like you for them, then maybe it's not the person who you should be friendly at all. My experience, but it's good to have them. So use them so that you can benefit your business, your relationship, and even one is yourself. It's about self-help. You're helping yourself. Don't forget, it's about helping yourself and then helping others. So this is important for you to learn. That's part 2. Become genuinely interested in people. Relying genuine. Yes. Show curiosity and engage with your passion. That one works for me well. I talk to people like, how are you guys doing? And that one for me is very important because it helps me make new friends, people who don't have a common ground with. I talk about, I've come to what they do. So people who don't have anything in common with, or we can speak some language. I talk about what interests in them, and it generally helps. Be genuine. Don't have a ulterior motive at all. Yeah, so that's why that's good for meeting strangers sometimes. If you don't have nothing in common, try to become genuine in what they're doing. It's a good thing. And also be careful those who try to do that to take advantage of you as well. And those who uses knowledge to trick others, to pretend to be nice. They say the wolves in sheep clothing, but those who pretend, the false people who pretend to be good, they'll do all this, what's it saying, but inside they have a motive. So they pretend to be nice, they give you a fake smile, they can listen to you, and you think like, oh wow, I feel special, but they're actually not. So you gotta be careful of those people as well. Because nowadays times have changed. People nowadays they use this information to destroy others. Yes, so people use it to make friends or to get you to like them, and then you know what happens next. So just be careful. Know who is right, who is not fake, and who is fake, and who is real. Nowadays, people are trained to be so, you know, fake or to pretend to be like you. You might not have a clue. So be careful that way. But the principles are still the same. Part three: how to win people to your way of thinking. Ah, avoid arguments. When I was young, I loved arguments because it's like winning, you know. But truly says here, you can never truly win an argument. Instead, find common ground. Hmm. The thing is, I want to be right. I want to tell you I'm right, but I must tell you I want to win every time. And it's not the best, to be honest, because sometimes it's just an ego thing. At times you're wrong. At times you ask other people's opinions. And normally it's because we want to put others down. Sometimes it's good to walk away. And for those who love arguing in adulthood and want to argue to be right, to be the ones with an opinion, think twice. That is what they call narcissist behavior, where everything has to be my way or I have to be right all the time. That's not true. Nobody in life is right-handed all the time. So something to think about, but no sense avoid arguments. Number two, it says is show respect for others' opinions. Never say you're wrong, instead be open-minded. There are times when we can't wait till someone are wrong, but yeah, even if they're wrong. Sometimes they're wrong, but we want to fight until they're wrong. Again, that's more of an argument as well, because it happens. Somebody says something which is against our beliefs, or saying, no, that's wrong because I think different. I said, yeah, but that's you, that's not me. So learn to respect those opinions. It's true. Sometimes we feel like I want to correct them. No, they must wrong, and they're wrong. So show respect for others' opinions. Never say you're wrong. Instead, be open-minded. Just, I see, correct. Stand your ground. If they come to change, and say no, but thank you, but be open-minded. Number three, if you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. People respect honesty and humility. That is true. I'm correct. Yes, that's good. People love that, but there are times when people will hate you for that as well. That's my experience, but people generally will love that unless they are not interested in that. But in most cases, people will love that. So begin in a friendly way. Approach conversations with warmth and openness, one-on-one, and then get the person to say yes immediately. Start with questions they will agree with to build momentum. Another thing is let the other person do most of the talking. And then let others feel that the idea is theirs. Number 8, see things from the other person's perspective. Number 9, appeal to nobler motives. Number 10, dramatize your ideas. 11, throw down a challenge. But all these you can use and apply. So see which one works, but those are the techniques you can use to win friends and influence people. That's part 3. It's how to win people to your way of thinking. Now, last part 4, is how to be a leader and influence change without resentment. We all know how leaders, especially now, I wish you could write a book about now. That would be so great. Because now, in the age of sensitivity, anything you say is deemed sensitive. So I wish Carnegie was here to write a book about part 4 in this time and see what knowledge he would put in. Because now, in the age of everyone, anything you say is wrong, anything is hurting somebody. You breathe, somebody's get hurt. You speak a word, somebody gets offended. So this would be a good time to write chapter 4 or to revise it. I wish someone would do that, but let's carry on. So begin with praise and honest appreciation. Yes, give positive feedback before giving constructive criticism. And then here is call attention to mistakes indirectly. Indirectly. Number 3, talk about your own mistakes before criticizing others. Number 4, ask questions instead of giving orders. So you're giving people the ownership of their solutions. Number 5, let the other person save face. Avoid embarrassing or shaming them. Number 6, praise every moment, every improvement, no matter how small. Encourage progress with positive reinforcement. Number 7, give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. It's about setting high expectations for people to strive to. Number 8, use encouragement and make the fault seem easy to correct. So all about instilling confidence in the ability to improve. Number 9, make the other person happy about doing what you suggest. So frame requests in a way that benefits them. These are ways of leading. I think I need to apply this again. There's some I've forgotten. But yes, this is important as a leader. If you're a CEO or director, if you're head of a family organization, as head of a group, you have a group, and you want to facilitate or to encourage members to participate, and this is something you need to try and implement in there. So those are the 4 parts of the book. Obviously, we summarized it, but I want you to tell me what your thoughts are about the book. There's plenty more. So normally we have some questions here, feedback and suggestions. If you have some, let me know. You can send us an email or watching this video after it's been published on our channels, and let me know. And if you have any questions, please ask, or if you have any additions or if you have anything said which you think went another opinion or you disagree, let me know. Any suggestions, I'm open to hear what you want to say. But this is the end of the thing. So if you have any questions, feedback, suggestions, please let me know. Is that okay? Definitely. So for those who want to know, we'll be meeting again. I'll talk about our upcoming events. But let me summarize 4 parts. So this is the book. Part 1, fundamental techniques in handling people. Part 2, ways to make people like you. Part 3, how to win people to your way of thinking. Part 4, how to be a leader and influence change without resentment. And that's the 4 parts. So if you would like to see them again, you can go back to you can rewind or go back to the page, and then you can pause and you can take notes, or you can screenshot. And that's the summary of the book if you've not read the book. It's good with the stories, because stories give you the whole experience. So it's good with the stories, but if you haven't got with the stories, then definitely should look at the summary. So for those who want to be coming with us, we have our upcoming events. So every Monday we have our Poetry Flows podcast event. It's 8 p.m. live on Zoom and Discord. Remember to post our stuff in Discord. So all our events, all our content is on Discord. We also need YouTube as well, and Facebook. And then every Wednesday we have Writers Left and Book Club. So 12 p.m. is Writers Left. Those want to write, come together, tell stories. You're welcome. We also carry on till Book Club Wednesday, which is 1 p.m., where we have our sessions for writing. Some want to do poetry, some want to do book reviews, some want to do graphics. It's all over there. And then we have graphics tips every Thursday at 2 p.m. If you learn about graphics, then definitely come join us. But that is us. So I want to say thank you all for your participation, as always. Our next book club meeting is going to be on Wednesday, February 26th, 8 p.m. Georgia time. So put in your calendars, Wednesday, February 26th, 8 p.m. So end of month book club meeting again. So we'll definitely want to see you guys there. Thank you very much. Hope we got to see you there. If you want to contact us, our website is emeraldbookclub.org. Email is info@emeraldbookclub.org. Social media, just type in Emerald Book Club. Almost all social medias, we're there, and we'll get back to you. So thank you all for coming in. I hope you enjoyed that presentation. So buy the book. Let me know what your thoughts are. Read it, and let me know read the book before. Is that okay? So thank you all for coming in. I'm going to end it here. And till next time, goodbye.